Okay, today we're working on the Excel Electricity and Middletown Observer compare and contrast. So you have two circles here, okay? And this is just to help you organize your writing. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, okay, what you're going to do is you are going to, on one side, put excellent electricity, okay? And then on the other side, you're going to have Middletown Observer. And so basically, you're trying to find what is the same, and that's going to go in the middle. So one of the things that is the same is that it tells you that electricity is the movement of particles from one place to another. Okay, and that's going to go in this middle section because it is in both articles. Um, see a little bit more of the page. Okay, but now I want something that is just in excellent electricity. So when I'm looking at excellent electricity, excellent electricity talks about circuits, and the Middletown Observer doesn't. So over here in excellent electricity, I'm going to put that it says a parallel circuit. Now I'm using direct quotes from the text because I need to know exactly where I got this information. So a parallel circuit has more than one path to follow. Okay, and I got that directly from my story. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find something that is just in the Middletown Observer. Now, the only thing that I read about in the Middletown Observer that was unique was it told me I can think of two things. So it talked about electromagnets in the science fair. So I'm going to look and I'm going to find that. Um, and I'm going to do that for a sentence. A student at Carter Elementary won the science fair with his electromagnet. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm also going to add another one that's from the bottom because it talks about conductors and insulators. Um, and when you look at that, it tells you conductors are materials that electricity can move through easily. It would be great if I could type can move through easily. Okay, so now I have this filled out. But what I really need is down here at the bottom. This is the part that Mrs. McNabb has asked that you type out for her. And so my question says, compare and contrast the two passages. Include details from both passages to explain how they are alike and how they are different. Okay, so when I'm comparing, I'm telling how they are both alike. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to say both passages. Okay. Um, and up here under my both, I put electricity is the movement of particles from one place to another. Both passages talk about electricity. Okay. Now it says include details from both passages. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say in now because excellent electricity. Now see, I put that in quotation marks just like up here at the top. Okay, that's how they're doing that. So in excellent electricity, it says, and now this also goes in quotation marks because it is a direct quote. Okay, at the top, it's the second sentence. So that's what I'm talking. Electricity is the movement of charged particles, usually called electrons, from one place to another. Okay. But now I also have to tell, because this says both, I have to say something from the other one. So I'm going to say in the Middletown Observer, it states, remember to use your comma there, okay, and I'm going to use the first sentence of is your home safe. So under that it says electricity is the movement of charged particles. Now, I know that you just typed that, but we're trying to figure out what's the same. So, and that's why you have both things. So now I'm going to go to the next line, and the next one asks me to say how they are different. So how they are different, I'm going to go back to my chart up here, and I'm going to start with excellent electricity. It says a parallel circuit has more than one path to follow. So I'm going to say they are different because, okay, that's me restating my question. Okay. Excellent observer talks about circuits, saying, and now I'm going to do my direct quote, okay, from the text because I have to include that. I'm going to do here. When creating electricity, humans need to create a circuit or path for the electricity to follow. Okay, so that's one. So I'm explaining how they're different, so I have to do my other one. And so I'm going back. Middletown Observer talks about electromagnets by saying, okay, now I'm going to have my direct quote from the text. So I'm going to do, it's going to where it talks about the boy. Philip Frank used a coil of wire wrapped around an iron nail to make an electromagnet. Okay, and there you are, just finished the compare and contrast. Okay, now you're going to come down here and do these written responses by yourself. So I'm going to read them to you, okay, and let you know what they say. So it says, follow the steps in the chart to answer the written response question. Be sure to look back in the passage and gather evidence. So start your answer with the words from the question. So that's where you restate your question. Then we want to see text evidence. Then we want you to tell us what you know, okay? So why did the author most likely include the diagrams and captions in the text? Use evidence from the text to support your thinking. So restate the question, okay? Answer the question. Okay, so this up here is basically telling you to do your race. So restate, answer, cite, okay, and explain. Okay, your next written response says, remember again, this is race. So restate, answer, explain, cite, explain. How can electromagnets be made? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. So electromagnets, that is in the Middletown Observer where it says Boyd creates electromagnets. Okay, when you are done with these, you need to have them typed and submitted in Mrs. McNabb's Google Classroom.